presents the 2026 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. 2 semifinals coming your way. The first one has the top seed. Home match, if you will, between the Rainbow Warriors and the Tritons. UC San Diego serves first. The pass a little tight to the net. Stays on the Hawaii side. Outside set, Louis Sakanoko. It's blocked back. Fred Rosenthal going back out to Sakanoko. He's blocked and he's roofed. And it was Cameron Worrell who really got back into the starting mix at setter in that series against Hawaii, jumping up next to Jim Garrison and getting the block. Let's check out the nonstop travel starting lineups as that serve by Leo Provednikov sails long, and Hawaii gets a free point to get off the schneid. A bit of a change in the starting rotation for UC San Diego, going with Leo Wiemelt in the middle instead of Peter Selcho as one of the middle hitter positions. Wiemelt a little bit more defensive-minded. Played well against Hawaii in that victory as Sebastiano Sani, the first team all Big West selection for the Tritons, able to get his first kill. He had 10 of those to go along with 3 aces last night against the Gauchos.
And we'll see Wiemelt in a little bit, but Peter Selcho played well last night, but Coach Roster just thinks that Wiemelt matches up a little bit better.
Back row set, that's Louis Sakanoko, and that is a Sakanoko nuke. He's averaging 3.2 kills per set. First team all Big West selection, 16th in the NCAA in kill percentage. He's hitting .358 on the year, C-Mac.
Well, he's having quite the year, especially his hitting percentage has really changed from last year where he was a little more error prone. This year, not so much.
Justin Todd starting at one of the middle positions. Travell Jordan back in the lineup. He got dinged up in that last match against UC San Diego. What is scrambling is Christian Tatriski from behind the line, and it was sealed up. And there is Leo Wiemelt on cue. Had 5 kills and 7 blocks in the win over Hawaii back on April 11th.
He's a good one. He sat out last night because Selcho was a better matchup going up against the opponent than this tonight. Wiemelt's a better matchup against Hawaii, obviously, so Ross Federer's going with him.
So here's Cameron Worrell on the serve. Pass by Adrian War is a good one. Backside set to Tatriski.
Not much opposition at the net there that time. Tatriski almost had an open net all by himself.
Tatriski, who took last week's series against CSUN off, gave way once again to Kainoa Wade, who put together back-to-back double-digit kill nights. Tatriski back out there. Charlie Wade talking about that as being just a little bit of load management. Here's Josh Ewert, roll shot. It'll be played back. Adrian War, another stuffed block there by the Tritons. It was Wiemelt jumping up next to Sani, and it's already a block party on the San Diego side.
They've really got the block going on. That time, I thought that Roar was going to hit line there, and so did UCSD. Got stuffed back in.
Serve by Sani. Layout pass there by Sakanoko, and then a weird setup out of the palms of Quentin Greenwich. That one sort of slipped away from him, and so no angle for Christian Tatriski, and it is 5 serving 3 early here in set 1 in favor of the Tritons.
Tritons off to a good start, especially they're blocking in the front line. Boy, it better run some, I think, maybe a little bit faster offense to get some gaps in that block.
Serve goes long. That was something that UC San Diego did so well last night against the Gauchos. They had 9 service aces to just 11 service errors. And I think the widespread thinking was, if they serve like that, they can play with literally anyone.
Absolutely.
4 serving 5. Here's War. Pass there by Evan Boyle. Middle set off the mark, but it crawls over the net. We have a net violation against UC San Diego. That was Wiemelt, who took a whiff at it, but in the follow-through came into the string.
And Hawaii got lucky here because Wiemelt, there he touches it right there. He just, momentum couldn't stop him.
They're tied at 5. Here's War. That's a good serve, but a great pass by Boyle. And it's going to be an interference call against Travell Jordan as he tried to contest that one. Cameron Worrell was going up there on the set. It was tight to the net, but the officials ruling that it was still on the Triton side.
I thought it broke the plane, and I thought that Travell had a fair chance to play it.
Tony Chan, the R1 here for this first of two semifinals. And there's another service error for the Tritons. It's their third already here in set one. So inching along here early on, 6 serving 6, and Travell Jordan appeared to tweak his knee early in that match against UC San Diego. And left the match, didn't return. Oh, that was a wrist away down the line, but wide. Was there a touch? No touch is called, but in unison, the Tritons players turning towards Brad Rostrader and asking for a challenge. It gives us a chance to introduce the officials. Ray Mink is the R2. Derwin Jordan is the replay official, the R3, and we actually have him mic'd up here, not just on our broadcast, but in the building this evening.
Challenging that there was a block touch.
So you could faintly hear there that he is going to review what was a challenged block touch. So was there a touch here?
I think he has access to like 6 cameras, but pretty much we found out that after 2 or 3 looks, he can pretty much know what he's going to do.
Does that just graze the forearm of Louis Sakonoko? Here's a look at some of what he has at his disposal in these replay challenges. This is part of the DV Sport camera system. And this is kind of cool for us. We don't usually have access to these angles.
Yeah, this is there's the swing. He goes down the line. I'm not sure where. If we get it to roll through a little bit more, we can see he's going to turn it down the line and out of bounds, and maybe gets Louis' forearm.
After review, there was a block touch. UC San Diego will retain its challenge. The call is reversed.
All right, so you can kind of, we're getting some of the kinks worked out there in the audio that he has connected to our broadcast, but you could faintly hear that he did say there was a block touch. So a successful challenge there for Brad Rostrader. Point for San Diego. They're up 1. Backside set. Here's Tatrisky. Blocked back. The cover by Greenwich. Rosenthal shoots it to the middle, and Justin Todd pounds it off the hands and out. And so we are even again at 7, inching along.
What a first pass by Louis Sakonoko. I'll tell you, Eward just ripped his serve. It was probably a 65, 75 mile an hour heater, and Louis passed it up pretty nicely.
How about Hawaii hitting negative 100 right now to 333 for the Tritons? Back row, that's Sani. And that was a laser beam. Sebastiano Sani, 6'5" junior from Bethesda, Maryland. A transfer from Long Beach State. Spent 2 years there with the Beach. Averaged about a kill and a half. Hit 380 in 23 matches last season. And what a get that was in the portal for Brad Rostrader.
Absolutely. You know, unfortunately, he's only going to get it for this year because Sonny said he's going to graduate, take 19 units this summer, and move on and probably play professionally overseas.
Yeah, I'd imagine there are some professional teams out there that will be chomping at the bit for an opportunity to get Sebastiano Sani into their franchise, as that serve by Louis Sakonoko sails along.
A lot of missed serves here early on as each team is trying to feel the other team out.
And remember, Hawaii playing its first match here this week. UC San Diego able to experience the environs of Brent Event Center, and right now Hawaii is experiencing this block by the Tritons that has been formidable early in this first frame.
Loses Worrell and Wemelt up there. Well-formed block, and Wemelt really does a nice job of reaching into the angle.
Right now looking like a great call by Brad Rostrader to give Wemelt the start here at the middle. Roll shot by Ewert. Diving save Greenwich. Diving bump set by Rosenthal. Sakonoko couldn't get it down. Great chase down Rosenthal with that one hovering over the net. Able to put it down, but give credit to Provednikov for extending that point only for a moment, though, as Tread Rosenthal fell to the Terraflex almost in exhaustion after that long one.
I'm not sure it was the greatest shot selection by Tread Rosenthal to hit the ball as he's falling on his back. But he did and was successful, and Hawaii manages to sneak back in there, down 1.
9 serving 10, and it's going to be Justin Todd. 91 blocks on the year coming into this tournament. 28 aces And that one is sent long. What are we possibly experiencing here? Is it a little bit of nerves, a little bit of overexcitement?
Yeah, I really think it's the adrenaline pumping up on both sides of the players that are hitting the ball out on their serves. But JT had a really good serving practice this morning, so surprising to see him miss that one that badly.
Here's the serve by Cameron Worrell. Played really well last night in that win over the Gauchos. Travell Jordan blocked back. Rosenthal the swing, that gets blocked. The cover there by Greenwich. So Sakonoko sets up his fellow countryman Adrian Rohr. He gets blocked. Now on the other side, Tatriski rolls it into the net. And this is a UC San Diego wall right now that has been impenetrable as they go up 3 in the first.
They're just picking up right where they left off in last night's really solid performance against UC Santa Barbara. They were good in all phases of the game, especially serving, and their blocking was excellent as well.
12 serving, 9 in the first. Pass by Rohr, it's an overpass. Big advantage here for the Tritons. They go back row, Provednikov. Oh, it's going to be a point for Hawaii, though he stepped on the 3-meter line.
Just stepped on it barely for our R1, Tony Chan. Johnny on the spot caught it.
Pass there by Evan Boyle. World goes backside. Here's Sani. Touches it through the double block. And Sebastiano Sani off to a quality start. 3 kills on 3 attempts.
Yeah, Sani did a nice job last night as well, hitting that push dink into the hole, into the donut, really effectively.
13 serving 10. Pass by Greenwich is on the money. Rosenthal shoots it out to Tatriski. And he's able to overpower that resistance.
Normally not Hawaii. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
He gets his second kill.
Normally not Hawaii's strongest rotation with Tatriski front left. He'd much rather hit on the right, but they went to him there and he came through. He's hitting better from the left right now than he is on the right.
Here's Rohr on the serve. Sani handles the pass. They go middle, but it was off the mark. And Hawaii gets the point. And so, hey, look. The change in the middle, you get some of the defense and physicality that Leo Wiemel brings, but the timing of that offensive middle attack might be a little bit different compared to Peter Selcho last night.
It's happened twice already. Maybe Brad Rostrader might rethink who plays in the middle there.
So Hawaii back within 1. How about that pass by Boyle? Ewert by the double block. It goes off the shoulder of Rosenthal and out. Josh Ewert, 13 kills at 320. And an ace and 7 digs last night. Last time he played Hawaii, that was in that win on April 11th. He aced the Rainbow Warriors 5 times.
And he continues his hot hand.
Wiemel jump float. It's an overpass. Garrison couldn't get it down. An overpass again. And Tatriski going to better that percentage just a smidge after rattling it through the block.
Yeah, I don't think Adrian Rohr is going to stay negative all night. He's got 0 kills, 2 errors, hitting negative in 667. That's a number that I predict will change into the positive numbers.
Here's Finn Kearney into the match. And it's a good serve. Long chase down for Worrell. Sets up Provednikov. The save off the ricochet by Rosenthal. Here's Louis. 3 blockers against them. The cover there by Todd. Backside to Tatriski, and it gets blocked right back into his chest. Another roof here for the Tritons.
That's 5 blocks now. Boy, they are hot right now at the net. Garrison, I think, got most of that one.
Jim Garrison, who has led the team in blocks each of the last 2 seasons, second in blocks this year. Redshirt senior from Manhattan Beach, California. The out serve right now has been Hawaii's best offense.
Yeah, that's their 5th service error. Hawaii with 2 service errors.
So pretty crazy to think that Hawaii's still within 2, make it 1. As that one fell off of a table, and an ace for Christian Tatriski. Some ace signs in the building here. Petrisky curls it over. It's fielded by Garrison. Now a joust above the tape. UCSD going to center it. Sani will get a swing out of it. The save by Rohr. Rosenthal goes outside. Sakanoko towards the block. And with all of the advantages statistically that UC San Diego right now is enjoying, hitting, blocking, Hawaii has tied this thing up in the first.
And 1/3 of their points have come off UC San Diego's service errors.
How about that pass by Boyle? D set, that's Ewart blocked and roped. And Hawaii has officially invited itself to the block party.
How about that pass by Evan Boyle? That was a beauty.
On the All Big West Conference first team, which was announced a couple of days ago. And here's one of them serving out of the timeout, Christian Tetrisky. Hawaii is up 1, despite right now flatlining it offensively. High ball set is Provednikov off of 1 foot, punched up in the air by Tetrisky. Outside, it's Louis. He's blocked back, Greenwich the cover. Rosenthal on 2, and puts Hawaii up 2.
So UCSD is doing a great job of taking the line away from Hawaii's pin hitters. That's how they've gotten most of their blocks so far. Louis and Adrian Rohr have got to change up their strategy.
Provednikov, the tip got blocked. And then it trickles down to the floor on the Triton side. And now for the first time, the last couple of sequences, C-Mac, UC San Diego looks a little rattled.
Yeah, especially again in the middle, just some communication issues.
And are we going to get a challenge here from Brad Rostratter? And we are going to get a challenge. Hawaii right now, as it stands, on a 6-0 run.
If they're challenging a net violation, possibly.
We'll try to listen in to Derwin Jordan.
UC San Diego is challenging that there was a net fault.
So the challenge is that Hawaii came into the net at some point. Looks like it was the... Well, what do you think, Steve?
That's an example of, we saw this earlier this year, where the net is pushed into the opponent by the ball. And that should...
Again, Derwin. Official scorer is Katie Smith, and 4 line judges: John Park, Rob Reyes, Henry Pena, Zitali Martinez. With Ray Mink, the R2, across the way from us. Tony Chan, the R1.
You see, he read lips there. He said the ball hit it into him. Did you read that?
I thought so.
After review, the call is confirmed. There was no net touch. UC San Diego loses its challenge.
All right, so it is a Hawaii point. It's a failed challenge there by Brad Rostratter, and so he loses that one. He has 2 remaining after the earlier successful challenge. Each team starting off the match with 3. They get an extra one if it goes to 5, but right now Hawaii up 3. They've scored the last 6. But Tetrisky gifts one back to the Tritons with the service error.
There's an example of Hawaii having some momentum. Long break with the challenge. Next server's got to keep that ball in.
Kind of like a timeout, right?
Exactly, same thing. And then he can rev it up on his next serve.
So here's Provednikov, the 6'4" redshirt junior from Long Beach. Rosenthal high and away, and Sakanoko able to cram it past the block.
Well, Louis facing a well-formed 4 hands across block, and he just powered it through, challenged the block. And I think he's back now to hitting 0-0-0 maybe.
Oh, that's his third kill.
Well, yeah, he's up to 250.
Yeah, he's up to 250 now. And gets UC San Diego out of system. Here's Sani against a triple block. Greenwich fields the save. Rosenthal, middle, Justin Todd. Popped up in the air by Provednikov. Here's Ewart from behind the line. Diving save by Sakanoko, but to no avail. And that was a nifty swing there by Josh Ewart against a big old block on the other side.
Yeah, Hawaii had 3 blockers up, and Ewart just tagged it. Sakanoko dug the ball to where Rosenthal would have been had he not been helping on the block.
There's Jim Garrison. Had an ace last night. Hawaii out of system now. And Justin Todd just sends that one out of play. And the lead for Hawaii is 1. And it looks like Todd may have rolled an ankle in the process, which was part of the reason why it was such a wild touch.
Well, that was a strange play.
See the trainer, Reiki Miyazato, is out there taking a look at Justin Todd. See if we can tell here. Oh, it was actually after he made contact with the platform that he rolled that left ankle.
Didn't look like it was a full roll, though. It was a partial roll.
It is being helped off of the court, though. And so Hawaii, despite starting the season with what was perceived to be so much depth at the middle blocker position, you have the true freshman Roman Payne, who has yet to play this year because of a foot issue. Now you have Justin Todd, who leaves the game with an ankle issue. And so here comes Mr. Steady, Ofek Hazan, who all of a sudden is going to once again be vaulted into action and relied upon to be a contributor in that middle position.
He's the fireman, comes in and puts out the fires every time.
It is 19 serving 20. Passed by Greenwich is a beauty. Here's Ofek. And how about instant offense? It was called in. A couple of San Diego players looking at each other and the bench, but looked like that call was confirmed. And Ofek Hazan, I mean, I hope you were staying engaged on the bench there because those sets coming to you.
Oh, man. Tread got him engaged in a hurry.
There you look at Justin Todd on the trainer's table. We're going to evaluate him a little more closely here. And that's a big loss for Hawaii if Justin Todd is out, not just for this match, but for an extended period. One of their weapons from the service line and the team leader in blocks coming into this tournament. Overpass, Wall will play it. Middle set, Travell Jordan able to go off the hands and down.
Smart play I thought, for Adrian Rohr to not try to hit that overpass. Instead, passed it up, allowed Trev Rosenthal to run his offense. Jordan coming through. This is reminiscent of when they played San Diego the second night, when Travell Jordan went through one rotation to the front and he was out. Tonight, it's JT. Couple of rotations through, and he's out.
Ofek Hazan, that tricky little jump floater. Bump set goes to Sani against a triple block. Tatriski fields it. Rosenthal, high and away, it's Rohr. Punched up in the air by Ewert. It'll be handled by Tatriski. Hawaii on the attack. Back row, it's Sakanoko. He got blocked when he tried to go past it with two hands. Here's Tatriski. A little extra chili pepper.
Welcome to the Big West playoffs, Christian Tatriski. That was a hammer.
Timeout, UC San Diego. Hawaii in front by 4, 23-19 in set 1. This is crazy. If Hawaii's able to close this thing out, all odds statistically seem to be against them. Outside, here's Sani. He gets blocked and roofed. And it is Aloha ball in the first.
Go figure. Adrian Rohr hitting -500. Tatriski was hitting 0. He's hitting 0. And Hawaii is up 24-19.
And how about these Hawaii fans in unison standing up? And it is finished on an ace. How about Ofek Hazan?
But Hazan gets on the court and immediately gets set. Trev must know something that we don't.
So Hawaii wins set 1. That is despite getting out-hit, out-blocked. They did have a couple of aces and a couple fewer service errors by comparison to UC San Diego. But how the heck did Hawaii win that first set, all things considered, and to do so by 6 points?
Well, I think it was the 5 service errors certainly helped. That's 1/5 of Hawaii's points right there from UCSD gave them. Hawaii did have win in one category, and that was digging. They outdug UCSD 9-4. So that helped to give 5 more opportunities to score points there. But clearly the offenses, both of them were paltry. Hawaii hitting 156 and UCSD hitting 174. Those aren't impressive numbers. Those aren't shockers at all.
Yeah, Hawaii started to get a few more touches at the net later in that set. It was such a hot blocking start for UC San Diego, in large part because of Leo Wiemelt starting at one of those middle blocker positions. They end up out-blocking Hawaii 5.5-2. But yeah, for the Rainbow Warriors, what is that a sign of? That they can, despite coming out the gates like that in an opening frame, still win that opening frame.
It's unbelievable. It was just like, it was uncanny how that whole series of events happened. 12-3 to finish the set was like bizarre.
So the teams swap sides, and it'll be Christian Tatriski to get things started from the service line in set 2. And look out. Tests the limits of Brent Event Center on that one.
I'm not sure he needed to give the major heater on that one. Just get one hit, Christian, and then bring your heater out in the second try.
You see the facial expression as if to say, I don't know what happened there. So first point goes to the Tritons. Here's Cameron Whirl, 6'7" redshirt junior from right there in San Diego, California. Great pass by Greenwich. Whirl from the back row, a little windmill arm swing. But it got the job done.
That set wasn't exactly where he wanted it. He found a way to do it almost Louis Sakanoko style. Get his first kill of the night.
One of the 5 all Big West Conference first teamers. Fellow Frenchman along with Louis Sakanoko. And how about that cross-court hit? Oh, but it goes wide. Josh Ewert gave that one a rip. And now we're going to have another challenge. I think Brad Rostrader thought there was a touch there. And so his 3rd challenge issued already. Won 1, lost 1.
Well, Ewert was hitting a really, really sharp angle there. As you say, a thin slice of bread.
Challenging that there was a block touch.
All right, so the challenge is that the block got a piece.
I don't know. You see Hazan saying, nope, I didn't touch it.
Ofek Hazan has become a case study of just a unique player in the way of, he's not in this day and age of monstrous middle blockers exactly the prototypical sized guy in the middle.
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's about 220 probably.
Doesn't really jump out of the building. He's not touching 12'6" or anything like that.
I'm not an ounce of fat on him, though.
But he just knows how to play the game, his anticipatory skills, his pin-to-pin blocking capabilities.
And he did win the academic award for the team on Sunday night at their banquet, having the highest GPA on the team, so he's smart. We know he's tough. He's served in the Israeli army for 3 years. So he's a unique and interesting character for sure.
The true stabilizer for this team. All right, so they announced in the building that it was an unsuccessful challenge.
And Hazan looks over at Ewert and says,
After review, the call will stand due to inconclusive evidence. UCSD will lose its challenge. Point to Hawaii.
UCSD now down to 1 challenge.
That's right. Here's Sakanoko. Hawaii up 1. Middle set. We know blocked by Hazan, but he lost it. He couldn't quite track it. And it drops for a kill for Leo Wiemelt, the 6'8" junior from LaGrange, Illinois, in his 3rd year with this Triton program. Played just 38 sets throughout the regular season. But one of the matches that he fared heavily in was the win over Hawaii, and that's why Brad Rostrader has turned to him here tonight. Here's Tatriski. Christian Tetrisky had 4 put-downs in that first set. And he's a guy who very much, like Jalen Phillips for CSUN, has the ability to absolutely take over a match.
And mostly because of his cannon of an arm. He really hits the ball hard.
Triton's way out of system. Back bump set. Provetnikov against a triple block. Stays on the Triton side. Here's Ewert. Hits it long. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. And so UC San Diego gets the point. Josh Ewert, I mean, he had to do everything he could just to make contact with that ball.
That was a really very athletic play by Ewert.
So here's Remelt on the serve. Pass by War. Over on two goes Tread. He has become so deft at that.
At 6'11", he doesn't even have to jump, right? At 6'11", he just taps it down. Barely a jump. Getting better and better, knowing when to call his own number.
Whirl goes outside, and it goes off of Tetrisky and out, so a kill for Leo Provetnikov. Provetnikov, who brings a lot to the table for this Triton squad. He had 3 kills, but he also had 2 aces, 3 blocks, and 6 digs last night against Santa Barbara.
Solid all-around performance by Leo.
The Tritons 4-7 all-time in the Big West Conference Championship. Here's Ward, 3 blockers against him. He got a good piece of that to slow it down. From behind the line, it's Ewert, dug up by Rosenthal. Ward highballs it out to Tetrisky. Goes off the block. One set, Ewert from behind the line. Roll shot, blocked back by Jordan. Now they go outside. Provetnikov blocked back and down. Well, the Tritons just kept trying and trying and trying, but that Hawaii front wasn't having it.
Pretty solid blocking by Hawaii. Staying out of the net all 3 times. Not getting over anxious. Pushing too hard. Just being patient.
A little bit of the Travell Jordan effect there. 6'10", massive bounce. Back row. Sani through the block and down. Sakanoko had a chance at that cover, but it didn't quite happen for him.
And Sani picks up kill number 4.
So here's Provetnikov. We're tied at 5 early in set 2. Pass by Sakanoko. Rosenthal going to go middle, and there's Travell as it pinballs down to the Terraflex. Averaging 1.35 kills per set, hit 491 through the regular season.
He had 1 kill in the first set. Now he's got 1 kill in the second set. He's at his average right now. But clearly he's capable of having a big night. We've seen him go in double figures on kills on his big night.
Charlie Wade actually expressing a little disappointment that neither of his middles got any recognition on the All-Big West Conference first team. In fact, just 1 middle in the league. It was Long Beach State freshman Jackson Christ. Long chase down there for Rosenthal. And a free pass coming over the net. Outside. Oh, the dig by Sakanoko. Sani again with the quick reset. This time goes off of Tetrisky. And out of play.
Sani with a one-on-one battle with Tetrisky there. And he's going to win that battle most of the time. Will the offense.
So Sani, team leader with 3.5 kills per set. He's up to 5 already here in this match. One hand set outside. Sakanoko! But he misses the floor wide. That is at least the call. We have the R2 across the way, though.
Ray Mink.
And Ray Mink saying that he saw a touch, and they end up giving Hawaii the point here. That was a detonation.
That was a bouncer. But sharp of Ray Mink there to listen for the touch, or maybe even see the touch.
So Hawaii up 7, serving 6. Triton's out assistant. Sani going to be a joust up there. Pinballed around. Whirl will two-hand it over. Tetrisky the first touch. Rosenthal with option. Back row war. And he hits it long. And he holds his hands over his face, knowing that was a missed opportunity there.
Trying just a little bit too hard there. Adrian needs to be a little more patient. His game will come around if he just is patient.
Adrian Ward, just the 1 kill on 6 swings and the 2 errors.
Yeah, I love this serve by Worley. He tosses it very low. Has very few errors.
Oh, he put some pop into that. Ofek Hazan put some pop into that, but he missed the court wide. And UCSD jumps ahead.
And Ofek quickly tells Tread, hey, that set was fine. It was all me.
So 8 serving 7.
How low this toss is here. Very low.
2-hand cast there. Hassan, there's Sakanoko. Like he was vaulted off of a trampoline, goes off the hands and out. That's 5 kills now for Louis.
I had a feeling in seeing Louis this week in practice and around the hotel lobby area. It just seems to be having that focus right now. He knows it's game time.
Middle set. Oh, Wiemelt hanging and banging. Yeah, you mentioned Cameron Worrell, the redshirt junior setter for UC San Diego. Started the last 2 matches of the regular season. One was against Hawaii. Started last night as well. He hadn't started prior to that since January 30th. Oh, my goodness. That was some thunder from Sani. Roar gets dug up. Outside set is Provednikov off the block and out. A good dig by Keegan Cook, but that was a laser from the service line by Sebastiano Sani.
It was. And how about the dig by Quentin Greenwich that time in the middle of the rally? He popped that one up.
It looked like he was checking his teeth just now. Sani taking something off that time. Sakanoko on 2.
Just hanging up there. You know, Louis could have easily upset that as easily as he hit it. He hangs up there for so long. Sometimes he will do that. He'll go right here, go up there, he'll just set the ball. Instead, that time he saw an open spot, so he just rolled it in, beach rolled it in.
So give Louis 6 kills now in the match. Good float there by Hazan. Here's Ewert. That roll shot dug up by Tread. Oh, Louis had a notion. This time sets it up for Tatriski, and it's blocked straight down to the floor. Wiemelt jumping up next to Provednikov. Shutting the door.
Solid block, I'm telling you. Well formed, 2 blockers up. Ewert there for the tip. Looks like Wiemelt's having fun playing again.
9, Wiemelt on the serve. Middle set, that's Jordan. And you see how he can just levitate at times.
I like the way that Rosenthal is including the middles when he has a pass off the net inside the 3-meter line. I think it's good to have that UCSD block play a little more honest.
There's Rosenthal. Backside, it's Ewert blocked, but it goes out. Or are they going to say it's in? Oh, no, now they correct the call. It is out, and it is a point for UC San Diego. Might have just been one of those instances where the official pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
So UC San Diego back up 2. And Josh Ewert, 34 aces on the year. Coming into this match, that one goes into the string. Ewert himself coming on strong here late in the year, making his 8th straight start. 6'4" redshirt junior from Moraga, California. Adrian Wall on the serve. Back row at Sani. He tried to take an angle, but he missed it wide. And so a point for Hawaii. Unforced hitting error that time for Sani.
It was. It's a rare one. I mean, he wanted a challenge there, but you know what? Brad Roster only has 1 left I think he's going to save it.
It's a good serve by War. Overpass, and look at Louis swiping it off of the block, but they're going to call him for a lift. So the touch was called, last touch by the Tritons. But the R1, Tony Chan, is going to say that he guided it too much. It was a throw. What'd you think of that, C-Man?
Yeah, that was a close, a real judgment call here, but oh, he definitely, you know what else? He was the last one to touch it.
Yeah, you're right. It was so much of a guiding effort that he actually was still touching the ball after it touched off the block.
Exactly.
So either way you slice it, it's a point for UC San Diego. Serving 12. Rosenthal backside. Here's Tetrisky. Dug up in the back row by Ewert. He'll get the set from behind the line, and he blasts it long, but a touch is called. And give another kill to Josh Ewert. He's up to 6 here in this match.
Smart, high hands swing right there by Josh Ewert. You know, his brother plays in the national team. Jordan played at Stanford and played the national team, and his sister played at Texas.
Louis got slowed down by the block. Stays on the Triton side. Sonny, did he get a touch? Yes, he did. And right now, UC San Diego just targeting the high hands, and it has paid off. They're up.
Joined us late. Hawaii went on a 12-3 run last set to win it.
Provednikov on the serve, loops it over. Easy pass there for War. Backside to Tetrisky. Oh, that's a great up by Keegan Cook. Oh, but UC San Diego couldn't chase down the third touch. And so Hawaii gets a much-needed point.
Gotta love that dig by Keegan Cook. He just hung in there on a Tetrisky detonator, popped it up, kept it in play, gave the Tritons another chance.
Yeah, this libero combo of Evan Boyle and Keegan Cook, it has paid dividends for the Tritons here this season. Boyle really good at serve receive as that one goes off the block and out by Sonny. Christian Tetrisky thought it landed in. He's asking for the challenge. And I think Charlie Wade is going to oblige. So we have another challenge opportunity here. Derwin Jordan, the R3, will review this.
Hawaii is challenging in out.
So
that looks like it caught part of the line, but you know. I wonder if he can zoom in even further. It gets real fuzzy then when you zoom in further.
Trying to select the best angle here. A little bit more of an end zone shot. They also have our Spectrum Sports camera angles as well. That one, although it's a little farther away, makes it look more likely that it may be caught line.
Yeah.
But this is just pure speculation right now.
Pretty crucial call here at 16-13. If Hawaii wins the challenge, becomes 15-14 in a different game.
After review, the call will stand due to inconclusive video.
All right, so inconclusive evidence, and so the call will stand. And Christian Tetrisky trying to figure that one out. I think he was convinced that it caught at least a piece of that line, but right now it's UC San Diego up 16, serving 13 in set 2. Trying to even this matchup. First of 2 semifinals in this Big West Championship. Rosenthal off the mark. It's pinballed and punched back over the net. Backside, here's Tetrisky. The block slowed it down. Provednikov the save. They go outside. Sonny, tough angle, but he makes it work. And Sonny is cooking right now. 8 kills in this match.
That set was not where he wanted it. He got in there a little early, and he almost jumped backwards to hit it. What a great play.
And that's why he might be turning pro in very short order. Good pass by Greenwich. Oh, the back row connection not there. Free opportunity for the Tritons. We melt. Didn't get a good contact on it. Saved by Rosenthal. Sakanoko punches it through the block. And a free pass coming over. Fred Rosenthal goes back row. Here's Roar, and he bounces it. Fred Rosenthal talking to the R1, Tony Chan. He thought there was maybe a lift call that should have taken place earlier in that sequence. There was also a point in that sequence where Rosenthal was reaching down at his left leg. And he kind of shook it off here after the fact. Keep an eye on that. Here's Tatriski, the roll shot on the serve, forces an overpass. Joust above the tape. Here's Sani from off the net. Oh, and he pipes one.
He is unconscious right now. What a swing. No approach, standing jump, just step closes it up.
Look at that line. 9 kills, 2 blocks, a dig. Sani hovering around 400 here. 18 serving 14. That skips off the tape. And the pass was too tight to the net. Sani will get credited with the put down. And a timeout taken by the Rainbow Warriors. Triton's going to try to make sure they don't give up. He has taken over here in this second frame. Triton's intent on not allowing Hawaii to steal this set like they did in set 1. Whirl on the serve. Pass by Greenwich. Puts it on the money. Here's the key set to Tatriski. And he gets rejected. And it is, guess who? Number 22, Sebastiano Sani.
His 4th block assist of the night.
This block seems so locked in right now. The Tritons are seeing what Hawaii's trying to do.
It's a result of it. First of all, having played each other twice already. And thirdly, the coaching staffs are really, really familiar with the other hitting team's tendencies. And so they tend to line up on the attackers better than the other 2 matches.
Case in point, you have Christian Tatriski flatlining it right now. Adrian Roar still hitting in the negatives. And it's Louis Sakanoko with the serve. Into the net. Oh, he went for it. The Tritons up 6 now, 21 serving 15.
I think Louis felt down 5. He needed to make something. He needed to make something happen, create some energy.
Here's Sani, already has an ace tonight. Greenwich with the bump set, and it's going to be a free pass over the net. Huge advantage here for UC San Diego, but the pass goes over, and we're going to get a violation against UC San Diego.
Yeah, that entire ball was over on Hawaii's side of the net, and that's why the violation.
A two-handed overpass there on a free ball. Missed opportunity for the Tritons, and here's Kainoa Wade in to serve. That's it in. Set goes outside, and the block was way late. It was Provednikov putting down the kill there, his 4th of the match.
You see San Diego passing the ball better than I've seen them in a while. They're taking some tough serves and popping them right up so that Worrell can run a pretty decent offense. Again, they're hitting almost 400 in this set.
Here's another San Diego guy, 6'5" junior Ethan Horniak. And it's an ace. Hawaii just watching it drop. And Horniak with his first ace of the season. Pass by Sakanoko. Rosenthal goes middle to Jordan, and he finds the floor. But Hawaii's got an uphill battle in front of it. And what UC San Diego has done is they have calmed the mood here in the building. Hawaii And its fans with the not so hostile but takeover of Brent Event Center.
A lot of green in this building tonight.
And they have been high volume throughout, but the Tritons have taken them a little bit out of things right now. That might get them jumping a little bit more. The service ace by Tread Rosenthal. Career ace number 111 for Tread.
Well, if Tread gets on a roll, Brad Roster at least has 2 timeouts to slow him down.
That's actually 112 now for Tread Rosenthal in his career. Back set, and Ewert shut down. Travell Jordan jumping up next to Adrian Rohr.
I told you to call timeout. He's got 2 left, so he's using one right now.
Well, Hawaii closed the first set on a 12-3 run. And they still have quite a bit of work to do here, but with that so close in their memory banks, especially for Brad Rostratter, he's saying, hey, look, let's nip this in the bud and not let them get anything further going.
Exactly.
Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, I'm joined by someone who has done a lot for this conference, Sean D. from Outrigger Hotels. John, first of all, sponsorship of the Big West Championship. It's been a few years since you guys have been doing this. What is the value in this sponsorship?
Well, look at this crowd. It's an awesome crowd. It's obviously a West Coast crowd. They go to Hawaii a lot, so we want to keep Outrigger top of mind, but we want to support the Bows. We've been supporting this tournament since it was conceived, as well as brought along our Hawaiian Tourism Authority to join us. So they're also a sponsor.
Yeah, and we know that, of course, there's a lot of green here in the stands, people making the trip, but this is a big market. California is a big market for Hawaii in general.
Yeah, we're here in Southern California. It's our #1 source market, obviously. And obviously a lot of people here travel around the world, so they come see us in Fiji and Mauritius and the Maldives, anywhere we've got an Outrigger.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think of Outrigger in just Hawaii, but you guys are all over the place. Any other exciting news that you guys have going on at Outrigger?
Well, we're up to 32 properties around the world. We're on all 4 islands now on Hawaii, all 4 major islands, which is new for us. We have an Outrigger resort. We just started our renovation at the original Outrigger. We hope to finish that later this year. That's where Dukes is. That's what gave us our name. So Jeff Wagner, our CEO, keeps us busy.
Yeah, here you guys cheering loudly. Thanks so much, Sean, for your support. Back over to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ryan. Great to see Sean D., some of the other Outrigger folks. CEO Jeff Wagner also making the trip. They put their money where their mouth is, but they are also very legit and genuine fans of University of Hawaii Athletics.
Yeah, they really are. And they're pouring a lot of money into Waikiki as well. That original Outrigger was getting, I think, a $100 million makeover. And they want to make it a real special experience for the Hawaii visitors.
Well, here's Tread Rosenthal. Little tape below that left knee. And he serves it into the twine. He mentioned that he was kind of tending to that lower leg after one of the sequences earlier in this set, and now he has that taped up. So we'll keep an eye on that here as this match progresses. It is aloha ball, though, for the Tritons, trying to even this matchup. Pass by Greenwich, goes over the net. Garrison says thank you very much. And we have ourselves a match.
Kill of his 9. He's having quite the night.
So set 3 about to get underway. It's Cameron Whirl from the service line. Middle set off the mark, and another free pass has to be sent over. It's Wiemelt off the hands of Ofek Hazan and out. And Hawaii, if they were looking to clean some things up between sets 2 and 3, they certainly did not do so on that first play.
That did not look sharp at all. UCSD, meanwhile, got some momentum going.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the positive body language, a little more confidence being exuded here by this Tritons team. Outside, it's Louis. Up the elevator shaft. Did he get a touch? No touch. Hits it long.
He was going for the high hands, but he just went too high.
Yeah, just not able to really kick it into gear here over the last set, and now a couple points into the third.
He's the only pin hitter that's hitting positive. That's why I think Tread gave him that set.
So here's Whirl again. Pass by War. Outside, Louis. The roll shot. Good reaction there by Whirl. So Provednikov. High ball set to Sani. It's a joust above the tape. Good save there by Louis. Quick reset for him. And then he finds the floor. But Hawaii having to scramble, it feels like, for most of its points.
Yeah, they're playing a UCSD team that is really inspired right now. They had a great win last night against UCSB after being beaten by them twice this year. So they're playing some good volleyball right now all around. They're serving, they're passing. And certainly Sani's hitting right now.
And this is where Hawaii can change things, if they can start serving the ball a little more effectively. Provednikov, that's tight to the net. Little pitter-batter above the tape. Sakanoko gets a swing out of it. It's blocked by Wiemelt. Rosenthal on two, dug up over the net and down by Whirl. But they're going to give the point to Hawaii because of a net violation.
That was a net violation that I did not see. But Ray Mink did.
Right now, Hawaii will take it any way they can get it.
Yeah.
Two serving two. Into the net it goes by Sakanoko. Hawaii 10-3 all time in this event, the Big West Championship. 5-2 in the semifinals. They've won this thing 4 times. That's the most of any Big West team. And they are the defending Big West Championship winners, as that's going to be a foot foul called against Sani.
He hasn't made many mistakes tonight, that's for sure, but he made just like maybe a pinky got on that white line.
So here's Sazan. That jump floater can be tricky. That pulls Whirl off the net. Provednikov dug up by Sakanoko. Rosenthal over on two. And Trent Rosenthal starting to get a little more offensive-minded at this stage of the match.
Obviously, the tape around his knee isn't bothering him. At least it doesn't look like it is bothering him. Hawaii can ill afford to have any more injuries. Already losing JT early on.
Provednikov from off the net. Two-hand save Sakanoko, but that comes towards our broadcast position. And so how about the hit by Provednikov? He had multiple blockers loaded up against him. He was well off the net, still found a way to make it work.
He took a really good swing at it. Really good swing.
There's Wiemelt. Into the net it goes. So a 1 seed versus 5 seed matchup. Hawaii the top seed for the 3rd time in this event. They were also the 1 seed in 2021 and 2023. They won in 23. That was the tournament that was held here the last time. Brent Event Center was the stage. Little set Garrison, little paintbrush action. Dug up by Greenwich. Backside set to Treesky, blocked and roped. The Tritons do it again. That's Provednikov getting the gist of it against Garrison.
Neil Provednikov really blocking well on the outside. You see him going, taking that line away. He's right next to the antenna, taking Petriski's line away, and gets a high five from the coach.
So Adrian Rohr flatlining it. Christian Tetrisky now flatlining it.
Like I said, 2 of the 3 pin hitters hitting 0.
Ball set is Tetrisky. 3 blockers against him, and they shut it down again. This UCSD front, they are sending everything back to the kitchen.
They're really blocking well and well-formed. Very few blocking errors by going into the net. They're just very patient. It's like Louis got something in his eye.
Yeah, I think the last block prior to that one, the ball may have ricocheted into his face. And so maybe something got caught in his eye, or just the surface of the ball irritating things here. So he's getting looked at by the trainers. So yes, this was the previous block, and yeah, lines up next to him. It may have even been his own hand possibly making contact as he was reacting to it.
You're right. I think it was right there with his tape.
Gone a little Three Stooges on himself there.
Self-inflicted wound.
Yeah, talk about friendly fire. That's as friendly as it gets.
Yeah.
He will continue on, though. 6 serving 5 in the third. Pass by War is a good one. Rosenthal backside to Adrian. That one rolls down the net. Saved by Whirl. High ball set Provednikov. Took a little something off. The save by Tread. So Louis sets up Roar. It's tight to the pin. Rattled around. It goes back over the net and back over to the Hawaii side. Here's Roar again. Blocked back and roofed. The Tritons aren't allowing anything in right now.
Well, that block is so solid. They're reading Hawaii's hitters almost perfectly. They know where the ball's going to go before it goes there.
This defensive front for UC San Diego. They are in their bag right now. Serve goes long, and again, that has been one of the more fortunate aspects of the game, is that Hawaii's been helped along by some untimely Triton service errors.
Actually, Hawaii's best point getting opportunities are coming when UCSD has a service error.
Whirl from his knees with the set, and Provednikov wins it with his left hand. He gives a little bit of a smirk through the net in the direction of Christian Tatrisky.
Here's the push. Provednikov gets the last shove and the point.
Middle set, that's Jordan. Goes wrist away and down, is able to find the floor, and a much-needed point for Hawaii.
This is an area in which I think Tread might have wanted to explore more. Attacking the middle of the court, either with the back row quick or setting his middles more.
Whirl going to go back row. Provednikov, who he stepped on the line. Second time he's done that. And Hawaii gifted another point. We're tied at 8. You know, we talked about the 2 previous years that Hawaii was a 1 seed, 21 and 23. They won the championship in 23 in this building. In 2021, that tournament was held in Honolulu, and it was UC San Diego, the only time these teams previously played in this event, that won that, knocked Hawaii out in the semifinal round. So they're looking to, hopefully, from their perspective, see history repeat itself as World goes over on 2, very Rosenthal-esque.
It was. I remember that match, and UCSD really played well. And I'm sure that Brad Rostrader reminded them how they've won against Hawaii in semis before.
There's Ofek Hazan finding the sweet spot there on the set from Rosenthal. So we're tied at 9.
Did Rosie hear me when I said more middle? I think you might have heard me. I'm not sure. I'm yelling too loud in the mic.
There's Tatrisky. That pass by Boyle. Middleton, Weena with the left. Diving save Greenwich. Rosenthal changes his mind, contorts his body, and sets up Sakanoko on the outside. That was incredible.
That was a thing of beauty right there. It's so much fun to watch. I think Hawaii's going to get into their creativity barrel to beat this UCSD team. That time, Rosenthal taking a block or a whipping, making it easier for Sakanoko.
Well set. Here's Sane. Blocked and roofed. And Hawaii able to return the favor a little bit on Sebastiano Sane.
Sane's been so good all night long. Hawaii finally got his number, but Sane's so good, he'll bounce back.
Now this Hawaii contingent starting to get back involved. Limo with 2 hands, saved by Roar. D-set to Tatrisky, skips it off the fingertips. Image there for Hawaii fans. Give Justin Todd credit, though, still smiling, still flashing the shaka, but you see the boot on that left foot. The use of crutches here after seemingly turning his ankle earlier in this match. So yet another piece of adversity that this Hawaii team has to deal with. But they are up 3 right now in the third, and it is an ace by Tatrisky.
You know what was better than the ace? The fact that Christian Tatrisky served in after a timeout. Something he hasn't been known to do.
Well, Ryan Kalei-Suji talked about it ahead of the game. The sophomore from Sofia, Bulgaria, as he serves it into the twine there. Playing in the postseason for the first time. Remember, he was injured down the home stretch of last season, so did not get any of that postseason experience. So I wonder if this feels at all different to him.
I think it must. Clearly, his hitting percentage would show that he's a little nervous. 6 kills, 7 errors, hitting negative.
Rosenthal goes behind the head to Ofek Hazan.
I like the creativity again. I like Roosevelt dipping into his creative bag there and doing things that are a little bit different. Something that the UC San Diego block hasn't seen this year.
I mean, Ofek Hazan, for as much of a stabilizer as he is, not exactly a guy that's going to be way up on the scout. And so him having to enter into the match under these circumstances, that's still a different look for the opposition.
Exactly. You see Louis Sakanoko with the service error number 4, twice as many as any other Hawaii player.
11 serving 14, it's Sani. Pass by Rohr. He gets the set on the outside and finds that deep corner. And that is a little more familiar for these Hawaii fans. Adrian Rohr, who went crazy last week in the regular season finale. A season-high 17 kills, hit .424 against CSUN.
Rohr now out of the negative, hitting 0-0-0. 4 kills, 4 errors.
And 5 all Big West Conference first-team selections for this Hawaii team. Here's Sani into the net. Well, that actually goes down on the Hawaii side. Pardon me. It looked a little strange from our angle.
I thought it was into the net, too. Fooled me. Fooled us.
Fred Rosenthal with the high ball bump set to Rohr. Over the triple block, and it caught a piece of whirl in the back row.
Adrian Rohr, who doesn't usually emote much, now clapping his hands and telling guys, let's go. He knows that he needs to be playing better as well. I think he's talking himself into playing better.
That may have been touched at the net, too. Who knows? It's a point for Hawaii regardless. Whirl going outside. Prevednikov. Excess.
Emotions running high here.
As you would expect. Top-level volleyball here in the Big West. It's an overpass. Oh, but Rohr couldn't put it down. Free ball, though, comes back over the net. Back row, Louis! Laying the smackdown.
That was a laser if I've ever seen one. Louis coming flying out of the back row, hitting the back row quick, and delivering point number 18.
Here's Rosenthal to serve. Whirl going backside. It's Ewert through the block. Sakanoko attempted the kick save, but Ewert able to restore a little bit of order here for the Tritons with his 7th kill.
Ewert, that was his first set of this particular set.
Middle set, Jordan taking it to the friendly skies on that one.
Watch for Ewert to get set a little bit more because he's a scarcity of sets in this 3rd set for Ewert. And he's been a go-to guy this last 1/3 of the season.
Hawaii back up a half dozen. Rohr, it's a good serve. Great pass, though, by Boyle. Back row, and Sani is stuffed. Travell Jordan saying, ole.
I don't know who pulled the blockers away, but somebody in the back row pulled the blockers away to make sure they didn't taunt or talk trash at all. There you go. Louis pulled Travell away.
Middle set, Garrison. No stopping that one. Jim Garrison, as experienced a middle as you will find in the Big West, was an all Big West Conference honorable mention selection. had 6 kills, 5 blocks, hit 400 in that win over Hawaii back on the 11th. Backside set is Tournament-Semifinals. Oh, the set was tight to the pin, and he hits it right into the teeth of a big old block with Sani and Garrison.
Garrison's hitting numbers are impressive as well. He's hitting .554 on the year to come into this tournament.
How about 6 blocks in this match right now for Garrison? Back row, it's Roar. He's blocked, gets his own cover. Louis on the left side, and he gets blocked and roofed. And it's Garrison again. Jumping up next to Worrell that time.
Hawaii 5.5 to 3.5.
Out of the timeout. Tough pass there. Greenwich. It's Sakanoko who goes off the block. And that almost took out a couple of us here sitting at the table.
You would have said it. If it had been a little bit further to the right, I think you would have popped it right up.
I went for the pancake, but I didn't quite get the spatula underneath, as we like to say. So here is Finn Kearney. Hawaii with 4 players with at least 6 kills right now in the match. Good pass. It is Garrison in the middle. The big diesel, Jim Garrison.
Garrison hits over 500, as we know. Just a solid at the net. But you know what? Who gets credit there? I think Boyle gets credit because he popped up a Finn Kearney serve like it was nothing.
His serve receive has been stellar here last couple of nights. Rosenthal goes middle. It's Ofek Hazan. And that ricochets off the block and right into the grill of Sebastiano Sani. And so Ofek Hazan now with 4 kills.
Middle attack becoming much more prevalent for Hawaii. Travell Jordan and Ofek Hazan getting lots of action.
22 serving 17. Here's Tournament-Semifinals. Hits it out.
Tournament-Semifinals' 4th service error. Tying Sakanoko with 4 errors. That's not an area in which you want to be leading.
And then Worrell serves it into the net. And Hawaii closing in here on taking an advantage of the match. 23 serving 18. Aiden Powell wearing number 8, 6'2" redshirt sophomore out there for UC San Diego. He's an outside hitter by listing, but in there to help in serve receive as well. Sakanoko. Pass by Sani. He gets the set on the right side, and he is denied. Roar next to Ofek Hazan, saying,
Not too often has Hawaii had success blocking Sani tonight, that's for sure. That's why the extra celebration. And the green in the building stand up.
And the Hawaii fans, you're right, doing the Viking clap. And that one just goes long by Sakanoko. It remains aloha ball here. Hawaii trying to take a 2-1 advantage in this first of 2 semifinals in the Big West Championship. Here's Sani, team leader in service aces. Right on cue. That is his first of the evening. That is his 37th of the year.
At 6'5", he plays much bigger than 6'5". Plays like he's 6'8" or 9". Long.
It's still aloha ball. That serve goes long, and that's how set 3 comes.
Negative right now, but the middles have hit well.
And in fact, the change as Kainoa Wade gets the start here in set 4 for Hawaii. Meanwhile, Adrian Ward deposits the overpass. Says thank you very much. And Tread Rosenthal will serve. There's a look at Kainoa Wade. Started those last 2 regular season matches last weekend against CSUN. 10 kills at 421 on night 1. 13 kills at 579 on night 2. Sani blocked. Oh, what a layout cover by Boyle. Sani, and second time, an avoidance swing, hits it out, no touch. Point for Hawaii. It's 2-0 here early in the fourth.
Great cover by Evan Boyle there to keep that rally alive and give Sani another chance.
So here's Rosenthal. Pass there by Powell. They go D-set. That's Ewert, and he hits it out. Again, no touch up front. And Hawaii scores the first 3 of the fourth.
Now, Ewert only got 1 set in that third set. I'm sure that Brad Roster is telling Worrell, hey, maybe go to Josh a little more.
That may have been an out ball played by Ewert. He gets the set on the right side, through the block and down. So if it was an out ball, all is well, because he ended up getting the point.
He raised his hand right after tip his chest there, saying, my fault, you guys. We could have got an easier point if I just let that ball go.
Hey, he did it for the stats. Pass by Greenwich, tight to the net. One hand set, and Travell Jordan defying gravity and hovering for an extra few nanoseconds, and then smashing it down.
6'11", setting 6'10". Oh, there's a large window there.
7 kills, 4 blocks now for Trey Jordan. Hawaii up 4-1. D-set. Here's Ewert. Long jump. And he's able to go cross court and down. So to your point, looks like Cameron Worrell thinking a little bit more about Josh Ewert.
Yeah. That time Worrell did a nice job of being deceptive. Josh Ewert had a one-on-one on the outside.
Pass by Greenwich. Rosenthal to set up Sakanoko. 3 blockers against him. Did he get it down? No, he did not. Missed it long. Charlie Wade thinking about challenging this, and I think he's going to. Is he going to challenge the in-out call, the touch? A couple of the guys on the Hawaii side thinking that that was in.
I think he's challenging the touch.
Hawaii is challenging in-out.
Oh, challenging in-out, as you heard from the R3 replay official, Derwin Jordan.
Ooh. That looks got a lot of. Looks like got a lot of white line there.
It looks like a lot of that blurry ball got a lot of that blurry line.
Once again, as I've said before, in case anybody's watching for the first time, if you have astigmatism, that's very clear.
Yeah.
They have an advantage that we don't have.
And if it's not very clear, do not adjust your TV screens.
That's right.
It's not supposed to be clear.
That's right.
With the resolution available to us on some of those camera angles. Let's listen in.
After review, the call is reversed. Ball was in. Hawaii will retain their challenge.
So a successful challenge there, and now it's almost like you just heard of like dueling pianos in Vegas and some other places. Now we have dueling PA announcements after these replay challenges. So we're going to try to sort that out hopefully here as this night goes on. Oh, that is crushed. And there's Ewert again, and he's percolating. He's into double figures with 10 kills.
He might be a little frustrated they only got 1 set in that third set. So he's making up for it right now. He'll probably get a lot of sets here in the fourth.
Here's Sani. Rosenthal gets pulled off the net. Backside, Wade, his first swing, and he's blocked and roofed. And that was Aiden Powell, who is listed at just 6'2". Getting in on that block, jumping up next to Wemel.
I think he's in because Provednikov only hitting 118 on the night. Maybe they want a little bit different look on the outside.
And that was blistering, but it goes long, just long. And I think we're going to get a challenge on that in-out call.
This is Brad Rostrader's last challenge.
Now that first angle right there in what was not exactly full-blown slow motion.
UC San Diego is challenging in-out.
Looked like it may have been him.
Yeah, I thought it was. That first look looked like it was him.
The Tritons, as mentioned, 4-7 in the Big West Championship Tournament. It was 2021 where they knocked off Hawaii, which was the 1 seed in the semifinal. They won 2 of those 4 matches that year. Of course, getting another victory last night against UC Santa Barbara. This is the 76th meeting overall between these programs.
After review, the call will be reversed. Ball was in, point to UC San Diego. They will retain their challenge.
All right, so there you hear the announcement from Derwin Jordan.
So Charlie Wade has 2 challenges left, and I think Brad Rostrader has 1.
He gets to keep it. And more importantly, UC San Diego gets the point.
And Hawaii passing with 4 passes instead of the usual 3. Charlie Wade stepping in.
5 serving 5. Pass by Wade. He gets the set on the right side. He's blocked back. Greenwich the cover. Rosenthal goes outside to the left, and it's Sakonoko just hitting it where they ain't.
Louis, not his usual velocity, but great location.
The 6'5" junior from Paris, France, Louis Sakonoko getting the kill. That's his 11th of the match, kind of a Wade on the surge. Middle set, and that is a wee melt. And you can hear that pop echo throughout Brenna Event Center.
Another great pass from Evan Boyle, which allowed Worrell to set the middle.
That block really nowhere to be found for Hawaii. Now wee melt to serve. And it goes wide. How about that quick, abrupt run-up on the serve by Louis, and it forces a 3-ball over the net, but Rosenthal hits it into the string. They're going to give Hawaii the point anyway. It was a back row attack. Things were a little squirrely on that one. Louis threw everybody's timing off because he did this short, little abbreviated approach.
Yeah.
And then it got folks scrambling out there. Does it again. And it's an ace! Are you serious?
And so Louis is starting to learn that he can get aces other than hitting 75-mile-an-hour heaters. There's other ways to get aces. He's got 5 service errors tonight. That's why he's keeping this ball in, I think.
Middle set, that's Garrison. Wade with the up, diving second touch by Rosenthal, two-handed over by Hazan. Middle set, Garrison is blocked. The cover there by Ewert. He gets the set on the outside, and he hits it into about the 12th row. No touches, most is this year. They transfer from Lincoln Memorial. He's out there, sets Garrison in the middle, gets blocked back. Outside, this is Powell, and he is blocked and roofed. And Hawaii running right now. They're up 11-6.
And the Tritons are struggling offensively right now, hitting negative here in the 4th set. Hawaii hitting .429, their best offensive output so far.
And Louis Sakonoko with a good service run here. Backside set, that's Ewert. And that winds up in the seats. That's the 2nd straight time he's done that.
Touch them all, Camilla. Touch them all.
Touch them all. But was it a fair ball? That would be the question. Fair or foul?
That's true.
These little tapping serves by Louis Sakonoko causing all kinds Men's in trouble, and this Hawaii block all of a sudden has emerged and is starting to take over in the fourth. And more changes.
Ewart subbed out.
So Ewart gets subbed out. Luke Chandler comes in his place. 6'6" redshirt senior from Newport Beach, California. Averaging 2.2 kills per set. Hawaii has scored the last 7. And Louis lollipops. And Sonny misses wide. And right now, the Hawaii side of the floor is looking like the Peter Selcho. Maybe a little bit more the offensive middle position player by comparison to Leo Wiemelt. He's subbed into the match.
He had a good night last night against Santa Barbara.
There's Chandler. It'll be saved by Rosenthal. So Louis, eyeball set for Roar, blocked back to cover by Greenwich. Now Rosenthal goes back out to Roar through the block, diving save Boyle, but it finds the floor. And Hawaii just continues to create distance. They're up 15-6 here in the fourth.
And the Tritons out of timeouts, Kanoa. They used both of them. And so it's going to be a long run to 25 here.
Largest lead in the match here for Hawaii. Chandler off the block. One hand save by Wade. High ball bump set, going to be tight to the net. And Roar, did he get the touch? Yes, he did. And Brad Rostratter talking to the R2, Ray Mink. Is he going to challenge the touch? Let's take a look. This is a good angle here. Or just trying to swipe it off of Chandler.
Very close. I don't know about that.
Well, Brad Rostratter, you mentioned no timeouts. He has the one challenge remaining. He's just going to go ahead and use it. And Derwin Jordan, we're going to try to spare the fans in here the deafening feedback.
That's called a drop the mic moment.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Like just let go of the mic. Yeah. Something's wrong with the mic. We do appreciate Derwin Jordan for being willing to cooperate with us. I think that if we can kind of get the coordination going between him and the announcements in the arena, that could be a really cool feature here to the festivities. So he will try to determine if there wasn't a touch. The call on the floor was a touch. Yeah, it doesn't look so automatic that there was. What do you think, C-Mac?
It's really tough to call. Right there, it looks like there probably is something. But that's a really tough call.
I'm definitely not sure if there's enough there to overturn.
You look for a finger being bent back is what you look for.
Yeah, hard to tell. Right there, we see a touch right there, that index finger of Chandler.
Yeah, that's what, if there's a touch, that's what it is, if there is a touch.
And again, the call on the floor was that there was a touch, so you need overwhelming evidence to be able to overturn it.
Well, there's another twist in the, we'll let him talk first.
The microphone doesn't seem to be cooperating. And so it's a failed challenge. And that means that UC San Diego cannot stop the flow of this match. No challenges left, no timeouts left. Hawaii has built out a 10-point advantage. Outside.
They got him a couple of extra possessions on the offensive glass.
He replaces Marcus Smart, who exits with 5 points, 7 assists, and those 3 steals that you mentioned. 1 out of 2 for James. In the third quarter, Lakers are 2 of 9 from the field. The Rockets are 5 of 8. Shepard, the bounce, almost got it to Thompson, but it was tipped at the last moment by LA. Out of bounds, Hachimura.
Reed Shepherd's got to be able to get that ball to Alperin Şengün with that pocket pass there where he can then carry it to the rim and make plays.
And now, in the absence of Kevin Durant.
The youngest lineup tonight in playoff history, and with Durant out, he just had to figure out a way to get over.
Turnover. James swinging. Hachimura, corner three. Too strong. And Thompson with the weak side rebound. Get it ahead. Finney-Smith. Rebounded by James.
That used to be such a reliable shot for Finney-Smith, but he has struggled in limited time this year.
The pull-up game is working for Luke Kennard. 70-64 LA. Shepherd, his jumper. Thompson, the offensive board, and the human pogo stick goes upstairs for the jam.
That's his third offensive rebound. That's what he averages on the year. 11th in the league and the best among perimeter players.
16 points for Thompson, 6 boards. Laravia stripped away. Shepherd with the steal. The drive and kick. Finney-Smith. In and out. James on a lead feed for Kennard. Off the hesitation. Laravia will take it in. Stumbles and clears. James trailing the play. Knock away by Smith with 10 to shoot.
And that's more like it. How about Trent Rosenthal saying, I'm going to go right back at you, big fella.
Yeah, that was a nice repeat.
The 8th kill for Travell Jordan. Hawaii gets to the 20-point mark. Outside, that is Sani. And he demolishes that one off of the hands and out, trying to keep UC San Diego's hopes somehow alive here.
So, come on, was that 11 soft serves by Louis Sakanoko?
Yeah.
I've never seen that in practice or anywhere else.
That definitely wasn't in the scout. Overpass, and Sani says thank you very much. Give the credit to Peter Selcho on the serve. 5th-year senior from Fountain Valley, California. Louis on the pass. They go backside. Here's Roar. Skips it off the block. Gets the kill. That's kill number 10 for Adrian Roar. So Hawaii with 2 players in double figures.
After a slow start, Roar has come on strong and now hitting around 250 and being a great contributor.
Oh, and Roar.
There's a touch them all as well.
Yeah, that one ended up in the Tritons bench.
Things getting a little sloppy here now.
Hawaii trying to get to the Big West Championship Final for the 6th time. How about that pass, Greenwich? Backside, here's Wade. Down the line. Handcuffing Keegan Cook.
That was a great little wrist away shot by Kainoa Wade. He's loving getting his chance.
First kill for Wade, and now Kai Taylor in to serve. Hawaii has UC San Diego doubled up. Pass by Provednikov. They go back row, and Provednikov stepped on the line. The 3rd time he's done that this evening.
And Sani had one at least as well. I did not expect any game to be a blowout, by the way, tonight. This is very unusual what's happening.
Especially the way the first 3 sets played out.
Yes.
And the way UC San Diego was so dialed in so many different areas. But it has just fallen off the rails here for the Tritons in this 4th frame.
And it fell off when Louis Sakanoko was serving lollipops.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Lollipop Louis, you're going to call him, right?
Yeah. Here's Sani. That one blew up Adrian War. High ball bump set. Wade's going to get a touch out of it. Diving save on the cover there by Rosenthal. Wade dug up by Sani. Outside Provednikov. Cross court and wide again. Oh, just misfire after misfire. It is aloha ball in the match for Hawaii. And the Hawaii contingent again rises here at the brim. It'll be Kainoa Wade to try to finish it. Middle set, we melt, long run War, runs out of room.
See Richford neck there? That happened with, I think, when he was hitting baseballs at the arcade the other day.
Well, they talked about him possibly having tweaked his neck a little bit in practice yesterday.
That's right.
Please don't let it have been whiplash from the go-karts.
That's right.
It's still aloha ball. Championship on the line. Hazan gets blocked. Rosenthal going to go to Louis in the middle. Dug up by Sani. Outside, Provednikov through the block, punched up in the air by Rosenthal. High ball bump set, Sakanoko. And this one is over. Hawaii is in the championship match for the 6th time in the history of this Big West Championship event.
And all those people that flew 5 hours to get here are very happy, to say the least. Tea leaves and all.
Wow. Chay. Bạn thấy để mày của cái kho khóa cả đã. Còn mươn thì bắt nó bập phần. Nó phần vào những nó kho mươn nghĩa.
Can kiện của nó mơ cây nó buồn lấy làm bằng rồi. Rồi nên một dòng lấy người tiếng để câu mơ ta lâu mà.
Sẽ được nhục liền. Nghĩ nhục liền căn lạ bự vậy lấy.
Cha lâu cả lạ.
Đồ láp đấy. Thì văn niệm lại chỉ chân bự cái này xích bó lên. Sẽ đăng của em bó anh. Chân chú lông bộ mình. Xì mét đó bây giờ nè. Lấy nhưng mà phải láp. Thì nó là láp như vậy sao? Nhưng mà lạ như bự anh.
Lá bự cỡ này ví dụ cây cái làm nó nên nhum nhịp lúc có xe 7-8 lạng ha cây
hai
một play rồi không biết nó lấy hay là từ lai xích
mai nhá. Đồ ui mà lợi nữ này là ban làm gì đấy bịa mình. Nó nhảy đâm tay kỹ lô rồi. 200 nhóc cua mới mà.
Bán đất này.
Phạm này như rộng đây. Vẫn một mắt ý. Hồ cây ngã thằng của bự sư nó đấy. Ôi chưa. Lại mồm này là hữu nhất. Đây chặt lùng có cách mới à.
Chạy lần mất khơi á. Mất lại buồn.
nó dù tệ đấy
Lì 150 200 ngàn.
Đúng cái
Đi thay màu. Này yêu tạo chuột cơ. Nếu bằng gúm nó bắt lì là 200 mấy. 150 200 mấy. Ồ nhiều lô mà. Bà chì phí rồi đó. Bà chì mình tụi nhau. Bà chì hầu quá bà chì nó lấy cây ở mùi trên cả không. Hầu quá nhiều cái à. Ồ bằng hầu chưa bằng chưa. Hả? Gì? Là đấy bà hiểu gì gì đấy? Ôi.
anh sẽ tự úp em tin kỹ đó hướng này em trong canh đó
Tính nhờ xích bí này vậy nhưng mà hỏi đâm nó trần ghét lấy.
đều lên buồn gà lá rồi lên nít căng câu lắm mơ
thì chắc buồn lấy buồn chắc nhưng mà sợ cái nhưng mà tới lại chỗ cái thì nếu nó buông là nhục lầy tận nó hơi bữa này của cái lóc cái in mai càng sợ không phải trên đó nó xẻ luôn cái gì đâu anh địa băng hình gì đấy cái này sắc kho quá đã nào thì văn phần nhục kho bùi nhục kho kiểu mướn lắm vậy nhục kho kiểu vậy miền Tây anh nó xin loài băng đá giờ thử mới nghe Ồ, bò cấp à? Đây hoạng gì? Ô, Thanh, đổ Thanh. Ôi, trông niệm này đẹp này mở rộng nước bó thoáng nước đẹp luôn
thì lấy tay chơi em sắm hai cây
lộc ấy
cái piong mì
gì nữa
ba đông hộp rồi
hai cây sạo chục hả
cây sạo chục em sắm lấy 50 mì nấu lá ra
bạn vẫn nói sắm gì này xin cái cho băng gì lại chẳng quỷ cả bằng nọng không mai nằm cái đốc cái này lại thiêu
mai lại tóc mai cả mà cái cầm kinh đuổi đòi nào ấy cái mặt trống thì bán mà các bán hả?
bông ngã đi nè nói tức đã đó tức luôn nhớ nào chính quyền gặp bợ lấy chính quyền gặp bợ lấy đồ thằng người phân tết đồ nhỏ mẹ hội lô bị nhầm bị chừng mừng bà gạ cái hoa lâm nhùn trình chuyến này bao nhiêu độ Thật tai, bác cổ mang yêu hơi tai vào bản tin lệnh thật tai, công tai ở bàn công tai. Rồi lại chợ cái xí 12 giờ các bác mai.
Nên ngạ cả bản rồi vậy. Nhà bộ cả nhà hai cả.
À. Mình lấy bờ mình.
Dùng lấy thấy thông.
À chính vượng bà nó.
Lúc thì nhớ mà nó. Còn 130 lúc hoặc nó xí cổ quá. Chả khó. Nó yên nó khi nuôi thằng nhon nó tàuปูgiang để hình thang nó biết thay lắm đấy vậy vậy như là sáng nhau cho thế cho nên mày đỏ
bánh chảy ủa hậu giờ hóa ăn không biết hậu càng không biết chảy mai nguyên việc gọi chảy đồng chuyện không nhớ cần cái nhão về
không được tác phạm ra tác phạm yếu
Đồng chun vừa lo đến đông giờ đồng chun lo đó là điều tuyệt vời. Người đã từng hỏi thấy vâng ai đi máy ai xin cái này của mai chẳng lấy bóng mình đang tổ ngậm thai
đi mà lấy cái sườn vàng
Tình cho mầm nhẹ mấy tên nhẹ hoa ồ.
tôm chứ không nhớ
Chẳng có không chờ. Lần ô.
nó chỉnh lại xích chỉnh lại cái nhung nghề mềm luôn. Để ăn hơi đánh bao nhá.
Hơn nhung rồi được anh nhung nhá. Anh tê hư.
Tại nhung mà anh để nhung.
Nhung thẩm cà phê.
Chị chạy rồi chạy này rồi ok.
Răng là ho cặp
nhưng mà đôi nhung giờ lấy nhà nhung hâu lấy
nhung hổ vô ra kia bia ta bia ta tóm lại cái gì
nó chỉnh lại xích chỉnh lại nhiều giòn gì chỉnh biết không lòng tim tới khi đã luôn đi
em ở lông đầu lông nhá lông là lông cái gì mai
ăn hấp lấy
mai
bá khởi hấp này hả
mai
dây ba quá đúng rồi
chiến
mất ơi bằng cái nhung gì xích đó ôi lỗi không mất kính luôn hắn này
dạ đó có
ôi lỗi đốc chịu khó cháu đã đời đó
ông nói chấm bờ nuôi ông nói chấm bờ anh nói lắc mua lắc này chấm bò cha cây cho bà xe cây
đồ cả thị cả
cây mấy trẻ bà họa lao nữa bà họa lao cổ nữa
chẳng cái hoạm thay này ông chàng
mà thằng lên sân
hoạn thay hơn họa cha
không nói hoạ
lệ ai hai bạn đã lấy tâm nổ bay đi nổ bay đi đi khắp nơi trời ai bay nơi nào tôi có nơi đó cắt trong trên nữ cắt tít luôn lòng ăn cắt
lông mai có trang ác
ai bay lên nào
một coi có tráng lại mở tráng bằng một coi xì phí một coi cá tráng rồi bộ mày tôm không biết nào
ông mà nói trúng bộ này là trúng bộ mà nói họ liên ra một
chẳng mẹ đi mà nói
mình dơ này lấy vô này ngon này là khai trộn này của mình rồi cái nắp hộp bao hiểu đó chị ôi mù hư ra hư to hơn mù rang và chị nó to thế mù mai mù nói mai mù ra to cay mực cay quá được chuyện là
lê nè cao nó từng vắng
sao nơi làm gì
đọc một ngân một kiện nó thẹo cả thế là đọc thẹo bằng họ là cho nên cái may của nó
thì cái này như thế này có mai cho cái này có là cái cho cái này
sao không nhớ tăng ngân co
đây đây nó lại mai đây nó lại kia mày không mai không mai của cái tăng đó mà mày thế là mai cái dân con thay sợi phải
mày ơi mày lặng mày ơi ô lặng bầm mệt thề rồi
là anh lắc cổ chỉ như năm mai hai tay nó cái tụ bàn ở châu mình tay là đập bàn của nhiều
chị ơi chị lấy giùm tôi đi
khuyên mại vậy to cái nhưng mại như
đã đời bắt cơ hoa kia là những bàn vịt rồi mày
bây giờ nha ta chê một cái giờ
cậu nó sầu lên con bắt chân thọ bộ lạc kìa
nhưng mà như phải đào mù nè bà con
lo bạn như thằng tới lo bạn như thằng tới lo lòng của thằng
rồi qua đây bây giờ bộ phủ mơn
lo lòng quá kỹ thôi không được
ô lô bằng lô kia
mụn và cái mụn
ôi mụn chỗ đây nhau đâu lên phải trơn nè ha giờ mà tầm mà vắng mà phải lắc được ủ chỗ đây lời làm bắt làm lại bắt là hoàng tre có vô
nó bắt lá nem nó đau cam à
đấy làm mà bắt
hai chạy cho nó làm việc
anh là làm mà phải làm ok lấy nhung lấy chơi rồi mai bố làm mà bắt của bạn đi
dạ khi là thấy
dạ sợ dạ tụ lòng mình mà
phải nhảy
giờ lắc con tôi lên nào lắc hai nè lắc con nè lắc o dùng một bộ các cái quăng
dạ này được
cho cái lên phụ bê rồi sáng đứng cho thằng kia nó nổ
đây điện thoại coi
ôi cô Mai ơi cô Mai ơi rồi dơ băng à rồi nụ tị độc cãi ở mà nào cô mà chừng cỡ mày luôn không gì đâu chừng cỡ mày luôn không mà rồi dơ ủa nhưng mình lúc tha xong lòng tha bớt đâm thằng y cô bao con nhau mơ được cái lòng được xạ lại lòng thằng y luôn bị cái này rồi không mê để đi mai đấy con thâu nó con chuyện nữ
tao ba này
nữ
tao ba
nữ như khi còn tao nữa nè xéo ba
bằng kinh tiểu
vậy vẫn đâm năng to kinh mà chui xéo ba đâm năng vẫn mẹ có kinh có mẹ
làm sao mấy cái thứ mà
này chạy nào nữa
gì này cầm mày thôi ai làm qua cá từ cái cấy để cho tiếng nó cắn thổ hay ô thế cơ ông phải ông có hình cỡ làm thằng tiền nói phải cứ đúng
cái mấy đồ lấy không máy
rồi chạy nè cầm mày thôi
mày trong qua thế ta tôi lâu
chị mày đi chạy vàng
lấy nó bạc cửa nào
anh nó có xịt màu cao
còn chẳng lấy thế nào thọ bạc cửa ăn vợ cay
tha con hầu
đây
thôi như này chắc này ai tỏ nó gọi đâu tổ bây giờ vang bà tổ này lạ nhưng là vang tổ cho này cái thôi diễn mai cả vàng trên mai xịt có tổ tu này
ba của băng lên nó ba bằng lòng cầm
lòng mình
sao mai cầm hạ tay tốt tía
bao nhau
ba mai cầm may thì sẽ đầu tay lòng anh
nói đâu
bò nhắc
giờ nó là thôi nhá
hô bò nhắc
nó của cái nó có là rất đông luôn bao nhiêu muối
ok
nào bông dẹ và ăn có
nó sặc quay
đấy là
không phải kia bây giờ có mưa lo
hay nè
mưa no lo mình lo cái lo cái đó
Cái lọ nó được kia. Làm đó để của mấy hoa, để của mấy hoa.
bây giờ
bông hoa là bi đồ đây mà
Hầu đấy. Đi mưa mai của long gìนั่นnày.
bông hoa là
Mày tay mày đây này. Cái tông mắng.
tôi pin nhá mình
Tao hết này luôn hả? Chỗ này luôn. Đi ngọt cả nhau.
đây
Không
cắn răng nó
ủa này ngon này
này tay.
lóc
Trong cậu luôn.
lọc đi kiếm mấy bông nhâm phía này đây
phải vậy yêu đạo yêu bùng mạng
nấu à phơi nhâm chạy ui nguy cảm ơn nguy luôn chạy ra khỏe mới hả
dạ luôn
không
chịu bọc phần cha nó lấy làm như nam nước căng tới đây căng quá ok
trời ha
rồi ok nước căng tới đây nha
tôi xung quanh đào bằng bộ đào tôi
mẹ luôn
rồi ok luôn ok
cái bài nó xung quanh
chạy cậu là
tôi bằng bộ đào kia xung quanh
lúc đây là đồng chí là làm răng nhá
rồi ok
dòng bộ đông còn kèm gió luôn nhưng
không tin lấy diễn thọ
Ôi, hea chấm nó nè.
mày hea này
Không, hea chấm nó nấu Nghe chấm 3 chấm đậu miếng, 3 thằng em sống.
ăn không
này là mắm tôm nhá
Này nên cả ba chấm là lần nấu.
ông già không ăn thịt không ăn gà
Rồi. Lo chạy ba cái gì hoa rồi. Cái piông rồi. Hoa mẹ hoa ấy.
cái chỗ đó là duyên chứ cái chỗ là bông đi cái duyên máu rồi đấy mà nhỏ lọt cái gắn rồi lọt chả ai đâu cảnh cậu mình thôi nhưng mà thôi cho đụng lại thôi chỉ luôn
Không biết lấy lụm không biết lấy. Lấy biết cái này băng.
cái huyết này
Nè, cái bánh lục.
kê trông là trông lò
đẹp không
Nó ra ngân nga lớn.
Không có nhất bánh lục.
bà kê hai dâu bà kê nhưng mấy thôi đông lớn lắm bà kê hai bà kê hai mình có mình đang thì ta tiền đối vậy khỏi đông lớn lắm khỏi đông vậy
Hoa nè. Nè chỗ này.
chưa có nào rau đi bác có nào có cái nhất ngắn kìa ngon anh bây giờ Piu ơi của nào có cái dứt của cái bảo nhậu lấy hay là từ nào tụi anh thóp đi
sức bên năng nghiêng báo phường báo tận quảng đai
tại vì họ ai họ trong riêng không sẽ tao
đang nữ hậu cùng việc kiện nữ đóng góp đi của phúc không lấy
nhưng mà bay đâu
ấy lại cậu nhân tay bảo là nhiều bạn bè ba ngã công ngã cá nữ chiến nữ khu phải nhân tốt là tốt cho báo tay cầm quỳ
họ giờ mới người ba bữa nay con ba thay luôn
hả
ba nay ba thòng đóng tay luôn
thay đâm cười lẹ bảo đây là bảo đây
qua mưa ngoài
ôi đâm nước cái quả phước men có quả tông có tan hay nữa ba đâm cái nước mì có ba đâm mà đây là phất lên cho thêm tay và trên vậy ba là ba ấy nữa lấy giờ đi ba đâm nha hô đắng vào cấn vải quả phước thành để ngã băng người tụ mua rác người ta phước tay cái đấy hơn nè mà nó phước thay mấy chỗ không lẽ ba mới chuyện hả ba là phải play dưa play dưa đi ta nói thay mấy chỗ không ngăn nữa hai mình phải biết nhau ba là nhau tao quả nữa hô cầu cọ tại dưa rồi thấy ăn nó nhưng quả phước hay phải gúm
thì giờ lâm quả
đăng đây là tây nó khỏi nào hô nhung lẩu nào hô cái này đi ba ông bài play cái
nó để cho mưa ngoài
bố nó đi không phải là bao nhiêu mà là
em trăng bằng lần nụ trăng lần nụ bắt
bằng mình chỉ nó bằng mình nước đó bằng tay luôn rồi hội nước hội đã bệnh hoảng vậy cái các bạn nha tay nha ba bò nghe đâu là tình cảm không có cảm mà có lý có thân không có thân mà có
bằng nó còn sắp
ở trong thay nhau như bạn thay ở
bằng cái khang nó còn sắp giống ổi
ăn đấy
anh có lấy con thằng mà từng quả chám không ta bằng quả chám anh biết lấy anh biết không anh biết không là ba băng chú anh cả một kỳ bấm bức coi như một quả phá đá luôn nó có lấy con thằng mà không có lấy không có thằng là cái gì mẹ bởi mẹ lời phan nó biến nên hiểu mai là pha bình ấy là phải có nước ông cầm đi mai nước mai thì phải có những người đau
hay làm cho mai
này nhiều mai lon nó ăn chạy cái nữa
nhớ đâu mình chui ra nó nhiều mai nhổm bườn lon nụ lực rồi
nè chạy nhiều xích nào
chạy rồi
chạy
nhất định không
hay nó bây giờ
đi cái gì
mai lấy
hả
nó dùng qua bay mở hả
nhưng mà về lon nụ này
đi tôi mẹ tôi mặn này mẹ nó nâm
hay chăng cái được là đôi bình này đó bạn
900 vậy
bệnh này bạn ơi nó chịu chậm thế ní tên như nào đời là dân đây là dân ở gì tôi đi không mừng tôi lên nữa thôi nó thôi nó hơn mua tôi đi cường cái điện thế này cương là mất lạ là yêu mang gái má là thị nhìn mày không ép mày không thị như nhìn nó mày là sợ tao sợ mày tao là cái po như choa như là mình là cô tao là cái
dạ mình chừng bao
mình đào luôn đào phi ngô là lạc là mò là
không bây giờ hôm nay cách
nhậu cách ngủ bé nhủ đào
giờ nó
bông ngủ bất kỳ hai đâu
không ngủ lại nhưng mà trần cổ trần nữa
đây lòng tốt anh em mất gì
ai sơn dạ ba nào là mà tao đi tậu
lần em nào nó ngại dần rồi xôi nó dượm thành ra bố tao chẳng yêu nâng như vợ hay dòng nụ à giao như vợ
hàm mồ mày mạ giết
cái như vậy mà mà tông mơ lu ăn vương chân nó vẫn chạy chuyện mà mà tông nó nói nó ăn cay không được nó cho ép nghe chưa nó ăn cay không được đừng có ép nó uống đừng có ép nó ăn bằng kỳ tiền nguy bằng vô làm dữ rồi trăm đồng thì nó
bằng sao lấy bằng huyết lại xin
không mấy bộ khai tôi nhặt cọc không đi đây là mau thôi
hả
bộ khai ở đây bộ
có gì chẳng hò ba là cao vậy là cho về một trang ba nó cho đắp bát chắc nó xa con một cao bát kìa
bố mình nhưng mà phụ lạp đây
anh nà lạp lẹ đắp cho đắp bát chắc
lo được ra mà
bốn lọ ở đây là không có gì
được bốn lọ
hỏi chị ở đây
không có thôi mà hứa
nữa em Pyong ơi xin lỗi con mẹ nhưng xin lỗi
mà hứa
ngày sang biết không anh
nhập trong được pizza luôn hay
đây trong môi trường là rồi bình đẳng là bình dân
bọn đồ hại cũng đấy
em khẳng
đừng có quạt tên rồi nó
không này cái này xe xích
tiêu
nó đừng quạt tên quá chứ mình
em Pyong ơi em Pyong
tại sao mình nói vậy
nó được
bây giờ tôi say quá anh ngồi đi đâu cũng được
nhưng mà quá say quá thêm mềm quá đó
Tên giờ lo.
dạ lai
Chào.
nhưng mình nghĩ như thằng nói
Lo đấy. Ông mang biết tiếng họ rồi.
Sao biết không?
đấy con chim về
Nó tiếp ba.
Kinh.
là con chim mới về cho anh nói sao rồi anh nói vậy ai nói gì đâu
Để còn nãy không.
đó nói đó bro để khoai
Mãi nhưng mà lẽ.
Có lắm tụi đá.
Cáo lấy.
Có tọt lắm con ơi.
Cáo lấy.
Khoan
Mãi bấm túi mình lại. Vì.
Ấm
mạo lời. Không cảm giác con luôn.
Cái đây mình ăn nhá, cái cột mớ mình. Đấy, đây. Quan nó băng một ân.
Mình sẽ nằm tay nha.
แล้วก็ลองแม่ข้าวกันแน่มาเลยก็มอ
Đa vào đây quăng cây mai nhỉ?
ông dạ ở kia nhau bao mai không này nó hôn mình
Cái quăng cây sóc.
nhầm lắc nhầm sao mà đóng
Đó để quăng
luôn lẽ là bên đây nhà 27 nha bên này 26 27 nói là quảng cáo ở Campuchia mới trẻ hay sao là ở Thái Lan có vợ cho cho lấy giá nếu quên đi là 27 lấy
Ok. Mà rõ thái mà anh nè.
Anh nấu.
Táo rồi anh này. Nấu này liên quan đến chuyện.
còn chơi còn mò còn nó mà nếu này mai một kia mà lấy
Nói mà lo trong cái mao. Chờ ăn. Có tung lắm nè. Cái băng này thôi cho nó dân thôi. Hồi thái băng lo. Anh mai bố lần lo hay. Nhìn lo mà thấy hả?
không phải không tranh nhau không cười nhau không cười đắng
Ôi cái bố.
Nè.
sao có
Ôi nó mượn lấy điều gì? Đâm thấy mà mượn lấy này.
Mới lên đấy ơi.
Xây mà lên này cảm ơn xây.
đây là qua là nại nhá đâu giờ qua là phải đánh này
Xây. Đây pan mượn.
Là nó phải đào máy lên chiều ăn.
dìa qua lâu à
Dùn lô, tặng nó chung chỉ tiếp chỉ đông cờ.
rồi đây
Vô.
lăng thăng tinh vô trong cần
Đúng giờ anh.
nè mình sợ nhưng mà độc này luôn dân đó nghe là đâu đâu mồ ai làm khai ai mặn đứng ai bắn cho đời
Có đại ngạc
nhắc nhau cho đời
răng cây để đặt con
nghe
Cả cái cao lắc một cái này vô.
ai có bớt nước lắc
Đi ra hơi béo.
Lần hạt cái hạt mông.
Ai béo.
Tàu lấy mai là nhớ thêm.
Đi lắc hả?
nè
Nó hơi thảo này. Nếu các con cười anh.
Lắc ở thủ cho biết nào. Mình vô đây.
Đây.
nghe
Vô.
làm bao bạc tay
Hôm nay
Đang hiểu đi, đang hiểu qua đâu mà.
nè
Nhà bè bớt gì. Nó mở thể tích tích nè.
Cơm ra hồi nhậu rồi nước lại nhậu
Lắm nó mất bên cái trái tôi lắc bên béoมันcái trái tôi lắc ra
Ông Bình hiện đấy, bao tử vậy đấy.
nè chị đọc đây giám đốc công ty
thầy.
công ty trách nhiệm hậu quả đây là giám đốc đây này
Phải dầm tay vào
Đây là
đó.
của cái năm đó là nhà tính.
nào
Ba cái em tu nè.
anh là giám đốc
Có được đó mà nó.
ai muốn cưới làm
Thế là tụi bà thế tới.
Nếp bay, dục lòng mau cũng lấy nằm đi nằm mít bó lẻ.
Ba mà cầu bà dụ này. Bà đóng hộp cầu bà dụ này.
Hai cái vượt bó lần của bó Vinh đấy.
tăng ngay hơn chứ chứ bẹ là tây
ba
mà bẹ nhớ đây
bên hộp giang bên hàng nhá
đây đây này họ đã bẹ lời ha
đấy này hả bẹ gái rồi
bình nữa đấy nó có bình vuông đó thường rồi bình câu lắc đó
lùa mà nói như bờ mai răng của cây việc bốc cây mà
kệ nói rằng xin
lâu rằng
nói rằng tin
nhựa cho nó tắt mấy
đập ra cả mấy cho phía lắc ra
mà đứng ra vậy đứng cho em mày hả được rồi mà không rầy mà không tiền tại sao có nó tiền tài khoản mình có nó là tiền tài khoản có mình phải biết nhau
mà cho các mà câu thuật câu hiểu
hả đây là cầm chi hả? Rất lâu. Ra cho cặt làm mai còn một chân cho, không có cặt phải à? Đâu bà đào tay đi, bà đào còn mình có chục hai liền, 50 này.
Dạ vâng, vậy đâm hay mà nhưng mà từng nhạc đấy hay.
Phan cha tao cho không đi vô, bây giờ đừng dạy không?
Bốc cái ở tao bạn chơi
hả?
Tao đồ của lông phùng đấy.
Đâm hay, tao nên nước.
Cầm mình là
bị bằng hô rồi nè.
Ngàn. Bà không có đặc khoản sao là chốt
thay rồi thay tao thay 13 sẽ thay có ạ
ông thay to lúc nào anh à
phụ ra mọc bổng thay rồi
không thay mấy cái này có phí nó có nào
có mưa sâu ao đặt khoản ở đó anh là cái kia anh ở nước ngoài hỏi tôi
cái này bảo rằng lo
Mày chép không rồi bạn?
gói thôi đi
Đâu? Không có cái
gói rồi mẹ có ship
xài
cái này tiền mai lấy lương tiền ông nghe mẹ muốn tiền ba mai lấy
mẹ mình cho mẹ lấy nó
đây là tem phụ rồi
em mới cho nó lúc bác hạt lâu rồi để cho nó luôn
anh nói công đàn ba chị
để hết rồi
anh là mấy tháng rồi nó bán về anh chạy đất luôn là chạy đất phải anh hư không mình ở đâu lại
không biết ra nói là dân đất lắm nhiều độ hả
tao đâu đó nó là bên nè
nó bên tao lắc nó tao rồi nó tao rồi mà này nó
rồi nhau không đâu đâu rồi bên thôi nhau không phải chạy vào làm mau á cái ca thợ bệnh
trên cá là ba đau lâu vậy
giang hồ nói sao đã sao nó nữa giang hồ tao biết ra biết con này là lít này là bao nhiêu là 2 lít lít rưỡi
cái nhâm nó tập vợ mà lò nữa
ở đây nó học ấy
đang cuộc rồi
8
học trường đấy dân
ấy giờ về được phải không thành việc vậy
đi nè sừng nhau mấy
ông nhiều biết đây rồi
dám làm luôn
thì nhau tận gia biết mày nhá gia biết vậy nó
nói đây
thôi theo đó thằng phần cứ tay mình tay đó thử con tay rồi nặng đó
nhưng mà càng đăng nhá hôm nay ba nhặt mà hôm nay ba hủ
Dũng
Dũng nào
và thằng tin đi
ai là Dũng cóc cái Dũng nào
tèo rồi
Dũng cóc Dũng cóc là
tim mắt một nhị
anh em phải chạm thì là
má
bằng
nước ló
đây là
rồi
tự nhiên với mình
mà dựa cái này nước nhập mày dựa thằng lộc và đang phải đồ về để dựa bố tàu cổ giang còn nằm vì như lâu đây nhảy đạo vượt đúng người
lúc lắm ông lên nữa
bên tay mà ai không xui bao giờ anh đi nơi đâu ngạ cá nhung ngạ thằng lục với nhỉ nhung là lục làm lục được thế thế lục con hà đây chỉ riêng ngạ bắt con hà là thằng lục này vậy là không biết này bao thông minh nhăng kìa mà nó sọt đồ mất phun một cái bạn chưa thấy đâu bông than nhung tàu lâu ra vô vô ấy là vô là vô à làm phụ vô là hả cái gì nữa còn nên mắt để bây giờ chị là chị hai tôi đầm ngăn nha là chị hai là gọi là vợ mà nói qua nó lại làm lấy nó băng tay pin cái này nộp trong một đời phun
cái thì mới chấm nó mới là chấm một con nữa lắm nó mà trong nhiều con vui
ban đầu ai dằn giữ cho nhau
vâng chờ nữa ôi chị
anh đi
qua bạn qua các bạn nó này
đây
cháu Việt Nam đã học bán ngô tới
qua nào đi
anh mình là ôi mà cái đặt nào thế nào nó đặt được thôi không ép nó không nhu cầu
rồi
là cái gì
nó tao bà tay là lạc cái gì em chưa nào anh
phương này can mà đây là
nhưng mà là đâm này làm
phương dắt lấy chồng
mẹ không cho nó chịu đâu có không được cháu mẹ xài nó mới là có cái lông bạc nóng còn đây là bao nhiêu lông cùng nén
Apa orang berbagah? Oh, cak kaki. Nyebak apa? Đâm đâm bao gì trời cak khăm được nè, punya nè.
Tiền này mình hơi cái tàu cá, mẹ mong mong nó con tao hơi con dây, cháu con dây.
Cái đó đấy.
Yeah, dạ đâm là chẳng vô. Bố là phải chẳng ngay. Răng là mơ bằng nhựa.
Chơi được pin cắt luôn. Đẹp.
Hả? Mặc qua tay mà ai
nên hậu tạ
lòng
hậu á
chụp pin nào tôi mới từ tới mình học kinh cho mình.
Bây giờ rất lắc nhạc đâu hỏi anh hỏi tôi
tao hỏi anh hỏi tôi làm phải dấu
bây giờ mình có uống không là mình uống nhưng mà ra uống có chửi có mắng gì nào mình thương nhau và thường nhau chứ phải là đây là dân hồ nó không phải là dân hồ ban đầu mình biết là không thương thì thôi
lấy vắt cả luôn đó lúc cuốn cả đúng
Lúc cuốn á. Thời gian.
cả cuốn 30 mét bắn sao
là già biết là cả đời người anh biết tâm đắc bao nhiêu
Tal lúc cuốn tal nè.
là một chân rượu nào là này này đấy
trong con kèn kèn tộc đó thế
tôi sợ bán đấy chủ nhật trong này ơi ôi ôi
lần hai mẹ nào là lần ba là mẹ nào lấy đúng quá rồi muốn đầy nhau mình phun nhau và phun cho khác đây
bố thấy hả cái nhiều chỗ vì phồm mau cái
mà ta nói là thương làm
lại chẳng hả
đó là quyền ăn là ăn cái gì
món này
bằng gạo năng gạo rau rang ngon
có bác cho nhưng mà cùng
nó rồi
là một người bò đâu không bò
thì đâu mà cái mơ là mỏng dưới cái mấy lắc miếng con rồi mà ăn không đúng con được rồi
thôi
la ta xin mẹ ăn theo leo
nốc kỳ băng dai đã lắm ngâm nốc nhưng mà tụ lò băng luôn
làm được thì làm được làm có được nó nói rồi tôi không phải là hơn
đắp anh lại chơi đúng có thấy nó mò cái anh đi
hay bị hay quá bộ bị nữa chắc có đừng khỏi người ta không nhờ tôi bây giờ tôi đã sai rồi tôi là
nhầm lấy giờ đừng lấy
nhưng mà bao nhiêu lấy đây là cầm kia
người ta ba tộc cụ nó cần phố
em biết nó ít rồi
biết là cầm chia này là cầm chia này cầm chia nào
nhưng mà lấy ban mấy cái này ban ôm rồi nhưng mà ban cụ nó tôm phố tôm kiểu bố mai câu à thao bên anh giang nhưng mà tiếp câu
ê về cầm mai chứ
buồn bã năm nên
về cầm mai rồi đó mà về cầm mai
này mà để lắc các ba nhóm tự nhiên mà nên mới lắc chó bịa nên đó nhưng mà ba nông mà bội với
hạt đo xem có hả
là ngày giang sau khi tuần
đó là ai ma cho nói của ma thì nhom hai thằng lê do là cái mơ đâu mà nó thì cái đây
hay là ngày giang nhỏ mẹ nó thấy như nó nay vậy thôi bằng trụ thọ tôi càng
này dê không mà bụi à dê không mà bụi đây
là cái lắc bà mai quay
nhậu ra đây đâm khăn luôn
ông khăn là nhom kia là nhom neo
bộ cho con này câu ấy
cái ma từng lấy không
thằng
nếm được của nào với
hai anh mua cho đó hả được rồi ta cầm lê luôn
con bà
có như vậy lạ ơi rồi rút mau đã đâu ngủ đây đây mà đọc cây này mong mà bày vẫn là vợ không mà bày chân tan
nó mê rồi chui chứ nó
bài mà đây cái dòng nó đâm rồi đâm mà đâm ra giờ nó cũng đau
đâm ra cái chân ăn
cái này là nhâm lắc tục kia ba bùng kia ba nhâm lắc tục kỹ nữa vợ
kia thơm ăn nhưng mà sẽ
đã nó rồi
đây
cái đom kia đây đom nhiều của cứ vô lại nhiều gì nó đấy vậy đó phải
còn tôi lắc nữa là ai là chở dạng đi dạng ê ai tôi nhặt lại bờ lít
nhặt ca sĩ giang là nhặt hả
sai chưa
lời dạy nước con
dân hồ đi đâu không có mà dân hồ đây mà không có
đây tại chết đây làm ta xa
mà cho cái thợ trùn hôn nhớ chấn mấy
nhắm vai đâm là đâm thử duyên đâm gì chân
cả của bạn nhủ
khi đâm chẳng bè được
hãy bao nhắc là có thằng nhắc ở về đặt phần tôi không có đặt phần tôi yếu biết chưa đã nói là đặt phần không có được con
một lại mày phi
ra con cả đừng có đòi hỏi rồi nữa là ra con có đừng cả
Cái này phải pong băng kì vẫn hụt kì băng.
đây của cả hoa
phía là muốn để chụp lấy pin nào là muốn để chụp lấy em á lạc lên
nó gì bập lên vui gì bập phiếu
một cái tăng
vui gì bập lên chạy
vui ai vui bên vui tăng
không ôm cả
vui léo
nhưng mà không vui sai vui gì
sai vì vui sai vui
một đời lang thang một đời thương nhau ai thường mãi đừng bao giờ tôi đã sai rồi nói làm tiếc gì thì cho người đừng đây là rượu thuốc đắng cay cờ rượu nồng mình cần đắng cay bao giờ nói ở đâu bao giờ đã sai rồi ai là nếu ai làm thì nếu ai là cầm chi là
Đã lẽ trên cây mà thang hả?
Không, lấy mà thang, hạt chín mà thang.
lấy bút pha lấy nè
lấy mà thang hai bằng ba răng ba hay cầm đặt này dây ngăn thang phúc cái qua cái cuối nó bác
mà vợ hẹn của người nào
cái chọn từng cái
anh nó nàng chi một buổi lần đầu hơi lần đầu anh măng chi là tôi cũng sống vì đời người
năng ngày cái bà thang vắng
đó không biết bây giờ
thao cây đi mai
Ai quá đàn lo. Ai quá miền Tây má tụm tôm bồ chứ. Nghe của vậy.
Cái này miết trên trà này chừng nào?
Kỳ ai mai mới có. Mai có chắc plok kỳ đây có bố hải nhang không?
Nói đến tết chơi hay thân chơi chừng nào?
Ai đừng yêu giang. Nhưng mà nhỏ.
anh biết làm
sao? Đó chẳng cái đồng biết cái là thang. Nhưng mấy cái đồng biết bằng cái này
xin ăn cuộc đời tôi xin ăn mà thôi.
Ai má thì như mấy trăm nữa.
Cuối nào lục kê cuối mấy cũng chức nhiều.
Thì mê xịt chỗ lẽ.
Đó.
Hay rồi.
Ok. Lần lòng đến lấy
ra mà vợ ra để nên ăn.
Ở chuyện lấy luôn.
Là.
Nè, đâm miếng này. Ra là còn mà một thời số đời không thương thương nhau là thương chắc chắn người không thương không bao giờ là thương ai
Phương như lời tụi nó
anh nói làm sao tôi biết
cấp nhau
bữa lấy chơi ô nên nhật đợi măng
tên bạn thấy chừng nào lần sợi nó cay sợi rồi chịu đông thấy chịu té
chiếc xe còn đó đi rồi
đẹp luôn lên lắc
ủa tôi không nhận không tao không mua chuột ai nhưng này
lắc đầu là chi lắc đầu người lắc đầu
nào này cái này đặt bài boss xây bốn chạy đông này Phương nhược lý lô
anh tin tôi chưa mình xuống là gì thương vợ thương con không thương không quan là ai biết bao giờ
bao luôn có
em vô mồm gió ngạ đổi chừng nghĩ vậy gì chừng biến mất đây rồi năn gì dựa cho các vợ nó cây
giáp cam không răng cỏ này vậy răng phụ đồng
vô nó thang vô đồng đây cô đây hai năm hát phải năm lòng cô trang nào năm láo
nhưng họ ban ra
ta về nhà chứ bị có
mà nhà đàn nói lằng thăng trăm chi với đời
không vấn đề đồ ba vẫn thập quá vậy
nói 3 chiều ở lang thang là tôi mà ai nhớ trong đời
mai
vẫn một bó hâu à nhạc
cổ nhạc dây ai không biết rồi
này đồ tài
ai nào mà tài phân rô đừng nói tôi đã sai rồi
này
ca sĩ năm ngoái bao giờ ca sĩ còn bằng
làm lại là cho xong cho kia vào tao làm lại cả theo tanh đi 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 sẽ lấy chỗ hai mươi ba tên còn lao chắc nha nãy cao là cái
nãy cao có thảm
anh nói bằng trăng tôi đẹp nhớ trời
đây có đâu
đẹp để nhớ tôi mà ai khen cha
mong hai bẹp ba cái chôn
cờ là sai là con
ca là họ muốn ăn họ quay họ vui gì kì thằng bên này hít cho nên thế là thằng bên này không
đã là nói rồi ba còn ra không
hắn trăm một chân rồi nay bỏ
là danh là ai phân lòng mình phải đánh nhau phải quốc
dân mà ông vàng
bà chạy ra bên đây thật thun là vậy bị thâu của băng
ai biết rồi
bị thâu của băng nhỏ
đây là sản xuất thâu của bác
thì thay băng đấy nó chèn nó thâu ra nó chèn với
không đúng rồi thôi làm đúng rồi bây giờ cho tôi về đi tôi đã sai thật
nước đặc trái nhá ông mới tổ hết mới có cái nó
10 tháng 5 bắt đầu chuyển lô
bây giờ tôi đã sai rồi
10 tháng 5
tôi đã nói tôi đã sai thật rồi
10 tháng 5 chuyển lại
thứ năm thì
mà năm rồi mà thương nhau rồi mà thương nhau
tranh thủ tình đào quyền cần ba bó lại đảo lo lại ô
không
kiểu khẩu cái nào cần ba cái bó thay muốn này cái tụi mày tao này
không phải một đời lời
đào bỏ lại nó luôn ai biết quét từng đồng mà đằng này hội tạo hết nó
thấy đây nó không biết đã hẳn
nghe sao ai vậy
mai
ma có một bộ nha bụng ma này nó nói chữ là cái ma là chữ ai ai hỏi anh tôi đã chết từ lâu tôi đã suy nghĩ
dân cái phỏng nó nhậu trong chỗ
bự má mày chịu ta
từ lúc phỏng nuôi
con về
con cháu thì con cháu
con cháu nó cấp tàu với đi nên nó hay mong đỡ kia
con cháu
cấp y gì cho tàu ba
hắn bay đi ra hả
mặc kệ một mẹ nhú
nhưng mà mấy cái mấy nhà chị cao không có được không mất hai vậy
ba đây nữa bước ông
đâu yêu mua mày đâu
này
mua hay rồi mai mua đâu nè nó câu định ra cho tao bắt nè mua đâu chôm
cà rê
con chó
đây là chưa sao nào
rồi mới cái hoàng rồi
vừa nào rảnh
rồi cái là
cái quang làm gì ăn
đây giờ đây là nó xa
là cái đâm này
nhưng cả tức thứ năm thứ sáu ấy của mai rồi nha hả
mày
hay lấy của mai bởi răng luôn nhé một cái ăn biết kho quá
xong berat amanya mà cầm ra phải tôi đẹp trai ở nhau berat amanya sao nhưng một mai là mà vợ giờ lại mai mà chơi tao hả
mẹ nhậu gì thao
ta sẽ chơi mày
nó cái này chưa nó cục lao thằng lần nào đâu
ở đây nhiều kẹt khổ vậy nó thì văn lâm mày tội nhậu lên nhiều kẹt khổ thật chỉ thấy xin tay vợ chợ
tao rồi cậu đắp nó
Ôi nó mẹ ngu ác luôn.
Sao giờ giang hồ là bán gạo.
Mình hay là cãi lô nó phải cây
Nó đục lên cùng nói nhớ.
Bên sao nhục anh nãy giờ nó thấy nhục cái mình.